You know what I want to see? The metadata for the 30-point document. I want to see the metadata for that one. You know, another thing that hit me, Blake Lively did not provide the 30-point document as an exhibit. She embedded a picture of the 30-point document on page 2 of her original complaint, but did not provide it as an exhibit. I hope they asked for that 30-point document, because all those exhibits would have been something that they could get metadata to, right? The fact that she chose to not put it as an exhibit, but just embedded it. One, it was for emotional impact, right? Because it's on page 2. And most people don't have much of an attention span, that most people only got to page 2. So she just hit them with the big stuff right there. But I think part of it too is like, she didn't want to actually hand over the document that they claimed was read off of her iPhone or her notes or something. Since we now have seen the contract, my only remaining wonderings are around this document and the Van Zandt subpoena. Remember, y'all, when I said that the 30-point document is incredibly important and I wanted to see the metadata? Well, it turns out that Wayfarer also wanted to see the metadata, because when Blake Lively turned in her 30-point document, she didn't give the original metadata over. Here's my theory. The first part of that 30-point document was created after July 19, on or after July 19. And the last the last editions of that 30-point document, when it starts to go into the demands, I believe that happened in Bradley Cooper's home on October, 26 or something, 2023, 14 days before she hands over the 17-point side agreement on November 9th to Wayfarer. I'm putting this out here because hopefully she turns over the actual metadata for that 30-point document. It has a lot to do with what I think she was trying to do. And anyway, so here is the interaction between the lawyers about that 30-point document. So point 3 said the 30-point list that appears to be cut and pasted into paragraph 20 of Ms. Lively's complaint was not produced. Please do so and include the required metadata. They said this document was produced at BL 38461 and 38462. The first thing I said was, wait, why is it 2 numbers? If it's the original, it should be just 1 number. I said, it feels like that is the cut and pasted picture of like the 30-point document rather than like the actual original form. And it turns out that was the case. So this is what Wayfarer said. We have several issues with your response, the lawyers of Wayfarer said. First, the metadata for the 2 pages you list above reflects a creation date of July 23, 2025. The 30-point list in the second amended complaint first appears in the CRD complaint on December 20, 2024. And the complaint alleges that this list existed as of January 4, 2024. Obviously, the July 23, 2025 created document cannot be what Ms. Lively allegedly read on January 4, 2025, as it was not created until July 23, 2025. Second, the 2 documents produced as BL 38461 to 462 appear to be screenshots of yet another document that was not produced. Note the envelope legend on the bottom of 38461. Whereas the original document with the metadata as required by the ESI protocol. Was it destroyed or deleted? If so, when did that occur? Third, the title of this document is cut off. It reads BL Blake Lively Updated LS List of Protections, pages -388 gigabytes. I think is what it says. Not gigabytes. Well, anyways, KB. not gigabytes, KB. It also has a timestamp in the upper left-hand corner, but it does not have a date. Where is the missing information regarding this document? Finally, if this document was destroyed, please advise when it was destroyed and explain why it was not preserved, given Miss Lively's claim that she anticipated litigation as early as May 19, 2023. Y'all best believe that, again, this definitely is going to matter. This 30-point document is going to matter. So I'm just saying, I'm putting it on record. If it finally comes out that she gives them the right one and they pulled the metadata, it's going to show, I strongly believe, that this thing started after July 19, 2023. When Justin Baldoni said no to Blake Lively about the dailies, and Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively decided to unfollow him because of it. As they said, they unfollowed 10 months before the May 17th date that Justin noticed that Ryan Reynolds had blocked him. And 10 months of that is right at the time that he said no to the dailies. So I'm just putting that out in the world because I think it's going to matter in the end.